Hey everybody, this is me, Beagle3280. I'm going live just to test out test out streaming Sundays. Hopefully there isn't too much noise or anything like that. But I'll be watching chat as if people start to roll in. But we're just gonna be doing some Isaac in the first half, and then the second half of our stream we are going to be jumping over to a game called Yaku's Island Express. I have no idea what that game is or what it's about. It was just a free game that I got, and I figured maybe I would try it out. Now, don't think of it as like some kind of like sponsorship free game. No, this is just this was a free game through Prime Gaming. So we got X6MPAZWR is our seed for this run, and it is a keeper run. And a little bit of tech troubles here because I normally don't do this kind of thing. So I'm just doing some casual plays. As for the fact that I am not, a speedrunner, I don't play this game perfectly. I'm just doing this just for fun. Maybe if I provide a little bit of entertainment for everyone out there. Maybe. But, yeah, this is Isaac Repentance. This is... oh, shit. This is the newest installment of the, Isaac series, as far as, like, the DLCs go. And it's actually kind of fun, even though it is a lot more difficult than what Afterbirth or Afterbirth Plus have offered. I still do really enjoy this game. So can we get a small rock here? It's a troll bomb. Asshole. Lust. Almost got hit there by Lust because I looked over to see if anybody had joined in. Got him. That was easy. What's this pill? Bad gas. Nothing on the wooden penny play, or wooden nickel play. So no, I called it wooden penny there. Probably because it's to drop pennies when you use it, but I don't know. Sorry if I seem a little too quiet or a little too nervous. I'm not used to this kind of thing, like at all. And it makes me wonder why I even wanted to do this in the first place. Alright, so our first boss is the Girdlings. They are kind of annoying because they fucking fly across the screen like that. Oh, I'm almost dead. Nope. That looks great. Already lost. But a hard mode Judas run. Judas is actually my main character since Rebirth. I especially like Judas for the fact he starts with Book of Belial and a high damage stat as it is. And then on top of that he's got the Book of Belial to give him an even higher damage boost. Because my main play style is to be completely offensive as possible. The way that I see it is the more damage that you have, the less you have to worry about health. Because if you're able to wipe out enemies in like 1 to 2 hits, then there's no possible you have to worry about enemy getting to you to deal damage to you. But then again, the greatest offense is always the best defense. The greatest offense is the best defense, or something to that effect. Either way, having a lot of health is just as more helpful as it is than having a lot of damage. It's glaucoma. I almost called it Kane's other eye, but it's glaucoma. I think glaucoma has an effect to be able to blind enemies, or give them the status where they're, disoriented. There's a chest and a key. This is our shop. By the way, in case anyone is that there happens to be a mom and watching, happy Mother's Day to you. Today's all about you guys. Pardon me for a moment. Sorry about that. Also, if any kind of like weird noise picks up, it's most likely for the fact that my heater is on because of my living space. Most of my stuff is in my basement, so naturally it's really cold. So I have to have my heater running so things don't freeze. Well, I don't get too cold and freeze. But here's our first boss. It's Champion Famine. Normally Champion Famine's supposed to just be like, there we go. He was supposed to shoot tears at us there, but I had accidentally stopped him, and there was glaucoma right there at the end. So we could do the alternate path and try to do the mother fight, but I feel more of getting the true ending of Judas. So, Curse of the Blind. So now any item pedestal that we run into, I won't know what's on the item pedestal until I pick it up. That's just great. Also, if anyone just joins in and the game is a little too quiet for their liking, I can always turn the game up a little bit on your guys' end. I usually have it low on my end, as normally I play video games without sound. And there is a good reason why I play video games without sound a good general amount of time. It's because of actually growing up. So, growing up, a lot of my gaming took place inside of an area of one of the first house I remember that we lived at was in the dining room area. Of course, I had a TV upstairs I could be playing games on, but the main one was down in that area because a lot of times my dad played video games growing up with me, I should say. Growing up, my dad played video games too, because nowadays he doesn't really get much into them anymore, as he's got a lot of other things he has to worry about, which is understandable. But we had my PlayStation 2 in that general area, and I was used to playing without sound, as in that dining room area we could be there when people were working on homework or when people were playing on the computer, and the game, could be too loud for their liking. So eventually I just got to the point where I played with games without sound, and as I got a little bit older, I watched a lot of gameplay videos of games before I initially bought them and understood them, so that way I can understand some mechanics for later on, especially if it's sound-based mechanics. I'd be able to learn and understand them and play without sound. So, yeah, it's a really weird and long, convoluted explanation, but pretty much to the point, I usually just don't play with sound. Unless it's a game that I absolutely love and have to hear the gameplay of. One of them being Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. Depending on who you ask, people really do not like that game. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty big contender for black sheep of the series, due to the fact, well, not really so much black sheep, it is, more shunned upon because of the fact that it's pretty much just Crash 3 with a bit of arguably better graphics. I mean, to say that the game technically has smoother polygons in comparison to the original Crash 3, which is on PlayStation 1 or the PlayStation X. And Wrath of Cortex did come on the PlayStation 2, which is one of the best-selling and one of the best game consoles of all time. Metronome. I think Metronome gives you a random passive effect upon use. I'm not certain. I think it might just be a random effect in general. We just wasted our Book of Belial charge on this fight here. I think it's Pride. No. It might be pride, because I know it's not gluttony, and I can guarantee it's not sloth or envy. It might be pride, because I think lust is the one that chases you. But yeah, like, Wrath of Cortex was really good, like, in my personal opinion. I liked Wrath of Cortex, but to say that I, like, think it's the best Crash game of the series is a bit of an overstatement, as arguably that's somewhere between Twin Sanity and Crash 4 It's About Time. Although, in all honesty, Crash 4 It's About Time didn't really, spark my favorites list. Like, not to say it's a bad game or anything, because it's not a bad game at all. Just, I personally wasn't too big on I wasn't really too big on Toys for Bob's take on Crash 4. I mean, I still enjoyed the fuck out of that game. I still, I've probably still played on stream a couple of times, but it's just, it was kind of like my opinions I have on Repentance. Like, to say it's a bad game is kind of a wrong, and not only a false statement, but it's kind of a major overstatement as well. 2 items, I don't know what they do. Personally, I don't feel like risking it, even though one of them could have been Brimstone. Hang on a minute, I'm going to refresh this here real quick. Okay. Caves XL. So now we have 2 bosses and 2 item rooms for this floor, as opposed to a normal 1 of each. But, yeah, to say that Crash 4, or Toys for Bob's take on Crash 4 was bad is wrong, because I honestly, I enjoyed Toys for Bob's take on Crash 4. It's just, it's very difficult. But to say, it's Souls-like is, I mean, I'm not that bad at video games. Let's just be real here. I am bad at video games, but I'm not that bad. But there is quite a few things that kind of like brought me to my opinion similar to Isaac Repentance. And that was the fact that a lot of things in the game were just a little bit too, too much. Like, one thing in particular for the case of It's About Time was for the fact that the game requires you to, find every single box in the game, and then all this and all that, and then you have to perfect the level in order to get one of the gems. You have to do everything in the level without dying to get a perfection status relic. Then you have to do it all again in the inverted levels, which is just the entire level, but it's flipped with a filter on it. Like, dude. And then with Repentance, a lot of items that got added are, wasn't really too fond of at first, because a lot of the items kind of just felt like other items' effects. Just the difference is that they're added into one item. One item in particular was It Hurts, which, if you don't know what It Hurts is, it gives Isaac the cosmetic effect that he is got his mouth sewn shut, and then if he takes damage, the stitches come out and he gets a damage boost off of it. Which, in a way, and then he also, shoots out a big, like, wide burst of tears every time that he gets hit, which is the combinations of the varicose veins, or however it's pronounced. I'm not, your go-to pronunciation person. It's that effect, and then it also adds the bloody lust effect. Key bomb. He wants your keys. I see someone has joined us. Hello. Another one is think it was like something mycosis, which has a similar effect to the explosivo item, which just like sticks to enemies and then it like pops off and does an effect. Shoot these grub worms here. Acid baby. Hello. This is I Can See Forever. Friends till the end. So I don't know what's up with that poison effect, or that poison cloud effect. Is that something that just added to every pill now, or is it just certain pills? Because I don't remember them doing that all the time anymore. Like, the only ones I know of that like make you have gas when you activate them is the bad gas pills. But even then, you know, repentance did change for the good, and then for a lot of things, and then a lot of effects just got added. Like, I don't think I have the one pill effect that I'm want to tie it to. Yeah, I don't have that effect unlocked at all yet because I'm bad at video games. Oops, lost my bone heart. So I actually have free access to my shop through my secret room, which is cool. Which I'm probably gonna go snag access in there to see if there's anything available for us. I don't think there will be, like, anything that we can afford that's really good. But you never know, especially with this game, because one minute you can think, oh, that's 4.5 volt, and for 7 cents I can get restock. That's, ooh, yeah, actually we can actually buy 4.5 volt, which I think 4.5 volt makes it to where you can get recharges off of killing enemies. Yeah. So a bunch of dips in this room. Dips and whatever the big ones are called, I can't remember. But like I said before, with my whole thing on repentance, I was kind of like bagging on repentance when it first happened because I wasn't, you know, too fond of some of the items that got introduced and all this and all that. And then after doing one of the runs as the new characters, which it brought characters from the anti-birth mod, which was back on Rebirth, and it was an awesome mod, by the way. Awesome mod. They carried over the mod's characters of Jacob and Esau, or Esau, and Bethany. And Bethany has become one of my favorite characters because of her starting item, the Book of Virtues. Which maybe I'll do a Bethany run, as I do have to get one of Bethany's completion marks left on her post-it note, because with everything else I have everything for her, in all honesty, because she was one of my characters I actually had that gave me one of the best runs, like maybe like 2 or 3 of the best runs that I have ever been blessed to have had. So here we got Gertie. He's annoying. Well, he can be annoying, but he's actually one of the easiest bosses in the game. And the champion is just even more of a pushover, but unfortunately we're facing the original Gertie. We lost our Devil and Angel deal precedent because we took damage. There's another thing about playing with Bethany, is that you have to be careful when you play with her, as for the fact that she can never have spirit hearts. But I mean, we'll do a Bethany run after this one, because I got a feeling we probably won't win unless we somehow manage to get lucky here and find a item that just makes this run almost impossible to lose. The only way I can think of that is maybe we get a Diplopia in our shop, and then Devil Deal offers us Brimstone. I don't know if I shown the seed for this run, but it's BOD2 BMFJ. If you want to play along at home, maybe do the run better, and maybe you can, post about it online or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm sorry. I'm very, very nervous right now because I've never, ever... Well, I've streamed before, but those streams were terrible. And for the fact that I'm not used to doing this, like, at all. I'm not very good at talking in general to, like, a crowd. Which made you wonder why I did a, Let's Plays. I used to be a Let's Play channel. I'm back on YouTube. But was scrapped back when that whole thing with the COPPA, like, thing happened, where people would be fined all this money and all that. Just to kind of find out it might have just been like a big overhype thing, like the net neutrality, where people were convincing others that you'd have to buy like certain things for your for the internet to be able to browse websites. Which, I mean, if anything's changed online, I don't really know. But even then, I'm not going to discount it as something. How did I do that? Perfect. Any other time, if I'm playing offline, I'd guarantee be taking damage there. Guaranteed. Alright, so Smart Fly. Smart Fly is an item that, if you take damage, the fly will attack the enemies around you, which is one of my favorite of the flies, next to the new enemy, Sci-Fly, or the new item, Sci-Fly. Let's kill those fatties there. I need a minute real quick. Alright, I'm back. I thought maybe somebody had maybe messaged me or something, but even then I didn't hear my phone. I didn't hear my phone go off, so we are good. Oh shit. Okay. I gotta calm down on that kind of thing, because I'm not sure if I can get in like trouble on Twitch for doing that or not. I don't really stream. Tears Up. And it did more of the poison gas thing again. Again, sorry if I'm bugging a lot of you with my commentary, because it's not, good. Kill these guys here. Here's the curse room. Let's go up the curse. Let's go past the curse room. I could be entering curse rooms, but with as much health as I have, I don't like risking things, because a lot of times you go into a curse room, you'll take more damage. Or there's often time that you go into a curse room and you actually luck out and find some damn good items. But oh, the Forgotten Lullaby. There's already like videos on how to get this trinket, but this is actually like a decent trinket, I guess. Probably not for my setup, because the familiars I have don't really benefit from it. But the trinket, the Forgotten Lullaby, actually powers up your familiars as well. You hold it. This is one of the sins. I forget which one it was. I think it was lust. They're gonna chase after us, and if they touch us, they do damage. Oh, damn it! It's a bad trip pill. Yeah, back to the thing I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. With that whole thing with Yoku's Island Express, like, said I have no idea what that game is, or even about, or even what it's about. I mean, like, because I have Amazon Prime, I have it for the reasons of, like, my older sister uses it, my mom uses it for the Prime Video. Well, I was gonna use it for Prime Video to watch the show, and so I got Prime for the purpose of letting my mom use it, because there's that, and free 2-day shipping on a lot of items is really cool. So I've actually gone to enjoy the Prime Video as well, because a lot of there's some old shows and stuff on there that I liked having to be able to go back and watch, like watching all of we're in a scary situation right now, but go back to watch Glenn Martin DDS. Like, I remember when that show was actually on TV. Granted, that show was kind of like bad. Actually, it wasn't bad, it was just really dumb. Anything in this? Nope. I don't know why I thought it was a secret room, but it never hurts to check, I guess. I mean, unless you need bombs, then it hurts to check. Depths 1, okay. So because we're on Depths 2, I'd have to be looking for a particular thing. Oh, pins. I was gonna say, is it Wall Masters? Because, like I said, I have no sound going on my end. But what sound I do have actually going is very quiet, so it's only because of the way the setup is. Because I use the TV for a monitor, only because using a TV is a bit more convenient and cheaper than using an actual monitor, because monitors cost a lot more money for just, displaying stuff for a computer, which I think is kind of bullshit. Only slightly. But, yeah, I use a TV for a monitor. So, and the way that I have it set up is the TV is kind of near the microphone, and the microphone picks up a lot of things around it, which is probably why you guys are hearing my heater, which is on the ground, like, in front of my desk. So, for that particular reason there is why I don't have a lot of sound coming from the TV. Is I don't want to, have it echo through your guys' speaker, headphones, whatever you guys are watching with. I'm officially lost. Where did we go? Where haven't we explored yet? If I had, the ability to have a map, we wouldn't have this issue. I'd love to be able to get a hold of that heart in there, by the way. It's a half a red heart and half a spear heart. Oh, here we go. Let's get that green one there. Yeah. So the green flies are like an explosion, which is nice. The temperance card spawns a blood donation machine. Let's just donate. But in case anyone has, well, even that I haven't explained this earlier in the stream, but I do have the rewards for the full donation machine, so I'm just refilling it just for the purpose of refilling, and for the fact that you can actually increase your luck and your angel deal chances, which I think was introduced in Repentance, and I very much welcome that change, or that new addition. So let's kill these guys here. Yeah, our boss is probably Monster 2. Oh, it's this guy. I completely skipped over his name because I'm an idiot. I don't have a full charge yet. Here we go. So Book of Belial, I'm going to guarantee be using on every boss fight. Yeah, so the more hits that you land, 4.5 volt will recharge your items, which is awesome. It'll recharge your spacebar items. I don't know if it works on the other versions of characters' items. Like, they probably have to have a full charge on your main spacebar item for those to recharge, though, but I don't know. Next floor. Oh. I don't know why the window does that all the time, but apparently if you're not clicked on the window. So the problem is that the software which I'm using, which is Streamlabs OBS, only because it was recommended to me from my one friend who streams for a good majority of his time. That's not an insult towards him, it's just he's more fond of streaming and able to stream better than I can. But then again, anybody that, a third grader could come home and throw on a live stream and be better than me anyway. But my friend had recommended to me that I use Streamlabs OBS. And so I use Streamlabs OBS because of his recommendation. Or their recommendation, I should say. But yeah, I'm going to try to do this on every other Saturday and possibly Sundays. Maybe get a friend or two here if they want to join in or something. I do all sorts of like random games. Maybe do CTR Nitro Field one night because I kind of want to get it on what's it called? I want to get it on Steam or wherever you can purchase it for PC, because my PS4 save file that I have is most of the way done. Like, I have the entropy unlock. I just don't have everything else in the game yet, like all the golds on stuff. I don't have the platinum relic paint because I'm not that good at the game. Well, I'm bad at video games in general, as I've expressed earlier and shown. And I have yet to do all the Velo time trials, which, yeehaw for that. Speaking of the Velo time trials, like, I was not very, excited or pumped to have heard that the Velo time trials were coming to the game. It's only for the fact, for the fact that canonically the fastest racer in all of CTR Nitro Field is technically Emperor Velo the 27th. It's, not like we needed his time trials because it's a Crash Team Racing remake with Nitro Karts levels. We don't have Nitro Karts main campaign, which is what people were probably wanting when the game first came out. But it was, removed, like they removed the zero gravity ability and they removed all the other stuff that made it feel like Nitro Kart to give it more that Crash Team Racing feel, because it's CTR Nitro Field, which I guess makes sense. But even having Velo's time trials and then having to put the dev time trials on there too, I was not, too fond of it. I mean, I'm not going to, complain or go online and, talk a bunch of mad crap about them because they did that, because it's not my style. I'm honest to God not mad that they did that. It's just I wasn't too fond of the idea of it happening. But even then, the game wasn't made specifically to, fit my opinions and what I would want. It was made to fit the opinion of many others and what they had wanted, which is understandable. I mean, because there's going to be a lot of games that release with stuff that you're not going to agree with or you're not going to like. It wasn't made to fit what you wanted. Well, it's made to... it's really... I'm making this a lot more complicated. It's made for you because it's something that you might want to have, and I fucked up. It's made... because of, a popular demand or something that, you would want, but it's not made just for you. Like, the whole thing with Sinnoh remakes, where people were kind of mad about how it looked, but it was made like that because that's how the DS games looked. Which is completely fine to me, but even then, I wasn't really a big fan of Gen 4 anyway. I know it sounds really weird to be saying like that, considering, it's Pokemon, and, well, if people remember me back from my early days, I was a huge fan of Pokemon. But yeah, I wasn't really a huge fan of Gen 4 games, and the Gen 4 remakes didn't really bug me that looked like the way that they did. But, just because you want something different doesn't mean that the company has to change it, completely overhaul, change it, because one person doesn't agree with a decision that was made. Is all I was essentially trying to get at. It's kind of like with, Sword and Shield's launch, which I'm not going to be bringing that up because I'm not going to be talking too much more about that one, because that one was just kind of, it's something I wish I'd rather be able to, forget had happened. Not to say that I didn't like Sword and Shield's launch, because I freaking love Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I'd actually like to play that on stream sometime. Or maybe, throw up that thing of, throw on my switch up device and let it farm out some shiny eggs while we just do something else or something, like we shiny hunt while playing a different game at the same time. That sort of thing. But anyways, what I did was I moved on to a challenge mode run, which is Isaac's Awakening, which was introduced back in the anti-birth mod. Very nice challenge. It also relates back to one of my favorite Zelda games of all time, which is Zelda Link's Awakening. So the end goal is you have to do the alternate path, which is what I was trying to steer away from in that previous Judas run. That ended up screwing up because I didn't take a certain item that's required for the ending. So we just went over to this one. I'll do a Bethany run after this one, and then if we hit the 1 hour mark by the time that one gets done, I will probably switch over to Yoku's Island Adventure. Like I said, I honestly have no idea what's in store for that game, so be prepared for a blind experience like me. So I don't remember what the sword item is called, but that's one of our starting items, along with Mom's bracelet, which lets us lift up rocks. Very nice. The seed for this run is E7L6 LDBS. One thing that's different though is that when you guys do this run, you're not forced into the alternate path. You can freely choose whatever path you'd like to do. But even then, I think most people who have either seen gameplay or played the game know that that's how that works. But yeah. I'm trying to look for a topic to talk about now, but maybe we can talk a bit about, one of my favorite RPGs when it comes to, like, well, does Zelda count as an RPG? Because I feel like it might, but I don't want to say that it is an RPG. Oh, I don't want to say it is an RPG, and I end up taking a lot of people off because it's actually a completely different categorization and stuff like that. Alright, forgive me, as I'm not only am I bad at video games, but this boss is like the worst boss introduced to Repentance. It's literally just poop in a bag, and when the bag busts, he like wallows around into this giant water, and there we go. God, I hate that boss so much. He is literally poop. But then again, we also have another poop boss. We have at least like 3 or 4 of them. The as I say, the creator is like obsessed with poop or something. And even then, the occasional poop joke is funny. But I mean, it's not, like Nickelodeon in the afternoon, which I'm not sure if things have changed because this was back when I was in high school. But Nickelodeon in the afternoon was nothing but toilet humor, from what I remember, because my Spanish teacher was telling us that she had to take her son to go to the doctor to get his shots, and he obviously wasn't gonna, enjoy the shots. So they decided, maybe they'll put on some TV and he'll calm down a little bit. Well, the problem is that during the day, Nickelodeon, but during the afternoons, Nickelodeon, loves to show toilet humor. And that, of course, upset her son. So she, tried to, put on she put on one of his favorite shows on her phone, but the problem was he wanted to watch it on the TV, and so it was just like one big nightmare. But the whole takeaway from it is that, you know, toilet humor, it's funny, but when it's overused in kids shows like it is, it kind of just, you know, ruins its luster, to say the least. Or should say overstays its welcome. So here's a problem with this challenge, is that you have to get the key pieces, or the knife pieces. It's required that you get these before you can even leave the floor. And another problem is that you can't just like skip down a floor. You literally have to do every single floor in the game, or in the run, in order for this run to even count. Actually, they won't even allow you to skip floors, which is kind of dumb, because I had a AWAS rune on one run, which lets you like skip a floor, and when I used it, nothing happened. It forced me to have to keep going, because the problem is, in the area that I was going to, one of the bosses is the absolute worst for this challenge. I don't think anything comes out of these. Oh no. We were trapped there forever. That was not my smartest move, granted. Bethany. Let's just forget that even happened, okay? Yeah, that's good. So Bethany starting out in his book of WZTJGO7A. So we get Book of Virtues plus the D6. It's awesome. So Bethany starts with an item called the Book of Virtues, which upon use of your spacebar item, which I'm not going to be using my spacebar item just yet, a free frickin' D6 target, which is blood rights. What is this seed, dude? Okay, so we're going to pick up blood rights and put it back. Reroll how to jump. Not a big fan of how to jump wisps, but essentially Book of Virtues will store a spacebar item inside of it, and you can actually like activate your spacebar item with Book of Virtues, and you get little wisps out of each use of your Book of Virtues, which is really cool. And each and every spacebar item generally will give you a wisp, and each of them have like a different little effect. Well, most have a different little effect. Like one of my favorite ones being the notched axe, which might be a reference to, I think it was a reference to, it had a possible reference to Skyrim, but it is mainly in reference to Minecraft, as I think Notch originally created Minecraft. But there's also that whole thing where it is literally just a Minecraft pickaxe, and each little item that you mine with hit with the notched axe, when you use it, will give you like a wisp that's a Minecraft block. One of my favorite things about Book of Virtues with notched axe. But as we saw earlier with the D6, it gave us a little cube, like a little six-sided die wisp. So we're going to reroll Book How to Jump into Lost Fly. So Lost Fly just surveys around the room. Shouldn't say surveys, it more like just goes around the room's outline and hits anything upon the wall. Little horn. Alright, Little Horn's a little a-hole. So he's going to summon a little hole there. Don't go in that hole because you take damage. Summons troll bombs. Speaking of troll bombs, I was on Facebook today and I actually saw a link that talked about the creation of the Me Gusta Rage comic. Because, you know, Rage comics are probably the one thing that defined memes before, you know, we officially had memes. So it's stem cells, a shot speed upgrade, plus it's an HP upgrade. Must have taken it because of HP, because I said before, Bethany cannot have spirit or the black hearts or the spirit hearts. Which I don't like the term black heart, so I'm going to call them sin hearts if that's okay with everybody. Parasitoid, or whatever it is, but either way, I love this item. So on occasions, we will shoot out a tier that will burst open and a spider or a fly will spawn out of it, which is just amazing. But she can't have spirit hearts or black hearts or sin hearts. So her sin and soul hearts are used for the charges on her spacebar item, as you saw up there with the D6 having a 3 blue charges and 3 green charges. Because Bethany defaultly starts with 4 soul hearts. So those 4 soul hearts are used for a possibility of 4 charges towards your spacebar item that's inside a Book of Virtues. Or you can use it for just Book of Virtues alone and get wisps for free. And there's our first effect of Parasitoid happening. And then there's our second one, with a fly and a spider. So we're not going to open that Mimic chest yet. I want to try to get the deal with the Angel first. So deal with the Angel. So the other thing is that Bethany has a higher increased chance of deals with the Angel, which is better for Bethany because Angels don't take away hearts. They said they can give you Spirit Hearts, which gives you more charges, or you can get some really strong Angel deal items. Like some of my favorite ones, which we'll see hopefully in this run, if not maybe the next run. Let's kill these headless guys and this spider. Onto our next boss. Oh, Blighted Ovum. That's just lovely. Alright, so Blighted Ovum is kind of annoying. But he's, in all honesty, really easy. Booyah. Oh, yeah, Flat Penny, our trinket. When we pick up coins, we have an occasion to turn them into keys. I don't know what this does. Soul Locket, Power of Faith. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody does know, don't be afraid to tell me, because I don't mind, in all honesty. If I can, know and understand things, then that's just great to me. A luck downgrade. And everything good is going to last forever, I guess. Anyways, let's just take our D6 Book of Virtues and go to the next floor. Alright, so why is Bethany crying? Because the Lost told Mom to kill us? Yeah, it's one of those random little things. Which, I've been skipping over those little cutscenes. Which, if you guys really want to, if you guys would rather I, show them, I can, stop skipping over them altogether and start showing them more if you guys prefer. I just didn't think anybody would care. But if we do find an item in the shop, which I have to probably start visiting shops, but if I do find an item in the shop called Dreamcatcher, I'll stop skipping those altogether, because that's actually vital for me to know what's going to happen during those little dreams there. Not really vital, it's just something I'd like to, know myself. Troll Bomb. Okay. Let's just keep going, keep going. Oh wow, how did I manage to dodge that? It's not a major accomplishment, I know, but to me it is, because I'm really bad at video games. I know, probably annoying for me to keep saying it over and over, but I digress, I guess, I don't know. So yeah, another thing is I was actually thinking about reviving the YouTube channel altogether, because I thought about maybe doing like a podcast or a podcast sort of thing, where essentially I would like get on and talk about a couple of topics. Like I said, maybe have a couple people on there once in a while. Because the thing is that the idea was kind of brought up back in 2020, maybe 2021. I can't remember exactly, but the idea was brought to light then, because I already had like a name picked out for it and everything. I figured it would be pretty cool, but if it ever comes to see light, it'll be on it'll be like a 2 times a week sort of thing, like Mondays and Fridays, and then we have our streams that we do on the weekends, which hopefully they'll be less boring when I start doing this more. So I'm starting to see the effect of Soul Locket, because I picked up a Spirit Heart and I got a stat upgrade off of it. At least I hope it's from that. We got Mama Mega over there, which I'm not too interested in Mama Mega altogether. Why did I do that? What we could just do is we could buy Mama Mega and then re-roll it, because we could be getting a free shop item that way. So ignore my stupidity. I'm gonna go grab a nickel if I can find one, or maybe 5 coins, and hopefully I don't screw this up altogether, because I'm gonna feel really dumb if I manage to screw this up. So I'm not sure exactly why it gives you 2 wisps when you use the D6. I'm going to say it's probably because you get 1 from the D6 and 1 because of Book of Virtues' effect. Or maybe you defaultly just get 2 off of your first... No, you only get 1 off your first use of Book of Virtues. I only know this because I played Bethany so much. I played Bethany a lot. Well, you get 2 uses if you have the car battery, but I don't have any ability to be able to have Bethany start with a car battery, even if I wanted her to, because modding is disabled in Repentance, or unsupported right now, for 1, and for 2, I'm not, just because I'm doing casual playthroughs doesn't mean I'm gonna, cheat. I'm not one that likes to cheat. I mean, if I have the game completely done, I'll do it just to screw around. We do get a little poop wisp. I like that. Reroll. Yeah, big fan's good. The Beelzebub transformation already? Oh yeah, because it had Lost Fly. No, it's Parasitoid. Yeah, Parasitoid, Lost Fly, and big fan. Having 3 fly items gives you the Beelzebub transformation, so flies are a lot more friendly towards me, because Beelzebub is Lord of the Fly. That's 2 transformations this run already. Because upon use of, or upon picking up Alchemist Cookbook and Book of the Dead and Satanic Bible, well, I've already got the Book of the Dead, or the Bookworm transformation, because I already had 1 extra. But you know what? We got the Spirit Hearts for it. Let's reroll these. So it's Book of Shadows, Revelations, and Book of Secrets, which we're going to use each of these because we have the charges for them. And then we're just going to put Shadows back because I don't really want to waste Shadows. So in all honesty, we probably could just reroll these because it's not really wasting anything. Book of Belial, the Monster Manual, the Book of Sin. So this gives us a full view of the map. So I'm gonna try to pick up this a couple of times, because the A at the before the U will occasionally become an E, and I want to try to see if I can do it. I think it's the E's right there. Maybe there it is. Yep, Monster Manual. It's my favorite little Easter egg because it relates back to the original Binding of Isaac. The Monster Manual was actually misspelled as Monster Manuel. But yeah, we are loaded up to the gills with these wisps on this run. Let's go. Pestilence. We're only on the third floor of the game, maybe the fourth floor. Let me check my, oh, that one hit me right in the head. You just got one over, you just got lucky on that one, Pestilence. No devil deal, or no angel deal. We had to spend a heart to get cube of meat? Fine. It's the fourth floor of the game. Third floor of the game. And we already have 2 transformations under our belt. This seed is amazing. Honestly, I don't know how I managed to do that. I should have just killed those guys before pressing the button. But even then, it's not like, you know, they're super strong enemies that I'm scared of. Like, super easy to take care of. All these bombs and all these keys. We are never short on keys and bombs in this run. Alright, so the one thing I forgot to mention about transformations is that every transformation except for the bookworm, and there's one other one called Super Bum, but Super Bum doesn't affect you in particular, it affects your familiars. But every other transformation in the game gives you the power of flight, which is like really nice, because being able to fly is a lot like being able to fly in Dungeons and Dragons with Arakakra. And part of the reason why a lot of DMs don't let you play as them is because they have a 50 fly speed, and if you do get to play as them, there's some kind of way that prevents you from being able to use your fly speed to its fullest extent. So we ended up not picking up Mama Mega on that last floor and buying it just to reroll it for a free item. I mean, I'm not really too bothered by that, because we have a smokingly good run going on right now that I could give a shit less about getting a free item off of a shop. But so let's clear out this room here. But yeah, like having a 50 fly speed is like really, really strong, considering flying is also like fly is a really good spell in D&D, which is part of the reason why a lot of homebrew items that give you the power of flight probably get rejected, as being able to fly in general is strong. So we're gonna buy Buddy in a box, just because having another familiar is never a bad thing. There's that, and if we do get a hold of 3 familiars, we will be able to get the conjoined transformation, which is actually another one that doesn't give you flight. I don't know when we're going to use our Anzus rune, but we're going to hang on to it as long as we possibly can. So an interesting thing, those enemies I just decimated in like 5 seconds there, their actual file game name, or their actual bestiary game name, is actually butthole lickers, or butt lickers, which is funny to me at least. Let's pop this pill. I can see forever. Well, hell yeah. So that was a health champion, which it melted into a pile right there, and if you didn't kill the pile, it would have regenerated back, which is annoying as hell. So we got the bloodsucker, or leech familiar. He kind of just... Huh? Oh! Beelzebub. So, I guess you actually just literally charm any and every kind of fly-based enemy. I was like, what the heck? Why'd the door open? Did I just glitch the game? Is it gonna crash? Nope. It's because I actually have a transformation that's actually kind of helpful. It doesn't show up very often, but when it does, it's always welcomed in my book. So much luck on this run. Well, not luck, but luck for me. We'll put it that way, because the luck stat has nothing to do with how this run's going. You know what? Let's play the key beggar. The key bum. Or key judgment, I think is a better name for him, as he is a judgment that can be spawned through the judgment card. Summons a red chest. My last key. Okay. Troll bombs. I'm glad you blew up now, you little asshole. Little a-hole. Excuse me. So I'm trying to cut down on the amount of, like, language because I'm afraid of getting in trouble. Although I don't think I would. But I don't know because I don't use Twitch. Store credit. So we can actually use this to go buy something for free in the shop. What we'll do is we're going to reroll Fanny Pack. The Deep Pockets. So, Deep Pockets actually got a bit of a buff from its original state. Deep Pockets was actually an item that was used to be able to hold a trinket, hold a pill and a rune at the same time, or a rune / card, or is able to, hold 2 runes, 2 cards, or 2 pills at the same time. Or, a card and a rune is cards and runes before repentance were counted as technically the same item, under the understanding that blank card could be used with both a rune and a regular playing card, or a card like the two of spades, or the suit cards and Joker, and the tarot cards. Anyways, the one thing that I remember that changed for Deep Pockets was that I think actually Deep Pockets actually have 2 trinkets too, but that might have actually just been certain items. So deal with the Devil, which is Eye of Belial. Reroll. Missing page 2 is terrible. But it was I forget what I was talking about now. I love this transformation. It was about something, but anyway, I guess it's just not. Oh yeah, it was Deep Pocket. Yeah, I didn't know if it gave you like 2 trinkets or not, but I know it gave you 2 pills, 2 cards, 2 runes, or a mixture between the 2 or the 3 options. But now Deep Pockets lets you have the ability to be able to go past 99 coin limit and have 999, which is really only, I think, beneficial for greed mode. But even then, it could be helpful in the main adventure as well. So we're going to play this fortune machine. Well, that was worthless. Go outside. Think for yourself. Don't lose your head. Always your head in the clouds. Ask again later. All your base are belong to us. Marry and reproduce. 2 spades. This doubles our amount of keys that we have. Let's use it. Let's blow this up. Get a coin and a half a heart. A half a heart that Leech could just give back to us anyway. So I'm not even gonna bother with this slot machine here and just blow it up. Knowing my luck, it probably would have given us $1, which the dollar item gives you full money. In case anyone was curious. Let's kill those guys there. Let's do this room here. One really good trinket that you could have with Deep Pockets is the counterfeit penny. Wall masters. Oh no, pins. I forget to introduce these guys, and they're going to start using them everywhere. I took damage? I was only questioning I took damage because I've lost precedent on deals, unless maybe it was just a, wait, have I been to the item room this time? I honest to God can't remember. Let's go see if I've been to the item room yet. So, blow up this big guy, blow up this guy, and get these little dips. Booyah. Let's bomb here. I think this is the secret room here. Nope. And no spear out of the blue flame. Why does this game hate me so much? As I say, as I've already got 2 transformations and doing, decently well. Well, that's the game, not me. But, it's Eternal Heart. I had to make sure. It was Depths 1 because I was tempted to blow up those skulls, but none of them were the kind of skull I was looking for, so. I think what I'll do is I'll use Anzus on the next floor, so I have a clear path to where the boss fight is. As long as we don't have Curse of the Lost. Unknown is health. And Blind is item pedestals. Labyrinth is an Excel floor. Oh shoot. Puckered up butthole enemy. I only call it the puckered up butthole enemy because I think there's a YouTuber named Nova who played Binding of Isaac once and called them puckered up buttholes because he played like 1 or 2 Isaac runs. Maybe he played more. That's just about as far as much as I can remember because I haven't seen a lot of YouTubers. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos. I just haven't seen like a lot of his in a long time. But I remember that he did call them puckered up buttholes when he played Rebirth. But yeah, as I said, it's been a long time ago. And I remember laughing whenever he called him that. That's Kamikaze. Not the really, the good Eminem song. Sulfuric acid. Yes. So sulfuric acid is not only a damage upgrade, but now that when we shoot rocks, we have a chance to be able to destroy them. We'll spend 5 coins on this to reroll stopwatch to red candle. So we're... Oh. Duh. I have 9 coins. 9 is equal to 15. Well, it is if you add 6. But... yeah, that was really dumb of me to try to do that. Glitter bombs on 1 try. Oh wow, it's 12:10, meaning after this Bethany run, we are going to be playing Yoku's Island Express. I'm not sure for how long, because I wouldn't even expect to even get this deep into the stream. I honestly thought I was going to get too anxious and give up on it tonight, or even, just give up early. But surprisingly, I'm feeling really comfortable enough to actually keep going. So yeah, we're going to play a little bit of Yoku's Adventure. I've said numerous times now, don't know much about it, so if we end up getting stuck, I'm probably just going to turn it off. But if it gets to 2 o'clock, that's when I have to actually quit, as I have to go to work tomorrow, as much as I really don't want to. Devil Deal. My Reflection and the Cambion Conception, I'm not a big fan of either. Well, I do like Cambion Conception because of the fact that you can... Oh, wait, I already got it. Never mind. As I say, because of the fact that you could just... take a lot of damage and then have a chance to spawn a familiar. A Devil Deal familiar. There's that skull there. We need this. But first... Pop on Zeus. Next is our item room, which we're not going to spend a key to go in there, because spending keys is for people who don't have the ability to see their secret rooms. Of course, that's just a joke. I have to say that because I don't want people to. I don't really want to try to upset anyone. Booyah! Okay, so we're gonna go to the next room and do it, so I can guarantee the location, even though... Actually, no, I can just guarantee it right here. Okay, we're going to the next room to guarantee its location. So if I would have had the counterfeit penny trinket that I had earlier, I would have got 1 extra coin off of that dime that I picked up. So let's pop this here. Ooh, what card is this? The Chariot. As nice as that card is, I can't take it with me. At least not to the boss room, because I need to have the full card when I go in there. And that would have brought us to the item room for free anyway. So, Ball of Tar. I probably shouldn't have gotten to my item rooms, as I could have got a planetarium. So our final shop of this run was a greed fight, which greed's okay. He's one of the more easier of the sins. Like, actually, I think gluttony is even easier than greed is. Sloth is annoying as fuck. There I go again, trying not to do that as much. Again, sorry if I'm, doing it too much. Cancer, definitely a better trinket than Flat Penny. Because it's -2 to our shot delay, as long as we hold it. So if we could find a pill that can gulp the trinket, or we have a trinket smelter item, which we can't get anymore because all our shops are gone. He gave us the ability to hold the lockpick. That's Locust of War. I'm not taking Locust of War over Cancer, because being able to shoot a lot faster is better than being able to spawn flies that'll just blow up when they hit an enemy. Yes, sir. So this enemy is completely, easy to defeat because those flies will just turn against them. Okay, so I'm not sure what these masks are called. I want to say they're Masks of Infamy, because there's a boss called Mask of Infamy who works just like those guys. You have to destroy his heart in order to damage him. The difference is that when his heart is destroyed, he dies. They die, I mean. But when his heart's destroyed, you have to kill the mask after. So we got some bonies. No, not bonies. I don't remember what the skull guys are called, but they're a-holes. Because they just float around the room, and they won't go away until you've killed all the guys in the room. So we're gonna... Did not want to unlock that thing, but we have like 7 keys, and we're not going to be using any more keys for the rest of this run, so... Well, I wouldn't necessarily say we're not using any more for the rest of the run, but... You never know. But we need our full card. So we're gonna keep hanging on to that. Go to this room. Here's the bonies. Oh, shoot. And I'm taking unnecessary damage, which I'm still feeling really dumb about doing, but what can you do? The mom fight. Okay, so Ball of Tar makes it to where we leave behind a trail that if enemies do touch the tar, they do slow down, or we can actually occasionally just shoot tears that slow down enemies. That even includes Mom. Which, come on. There we go. No, that wasn't a delay in your guys' stream. It was literally me saying it as I killed her. So take the Polaroid, go back to the beginning, put it in this door. Alright. To the mausoleum. Or Gehenna. Or Jehanna. Whatever it is. Mausoleum 2. Okay. There's a different version of mausoleum. I forget how to pronounce it. I did look it up once because I wanted to be technical when I got here. If I ever did it on stream. So those guys are not... Oh, yeah. So I'm definitely taking the Chaos card. Chaos card can be used to kill a boss or any enemy in the room instantly. I'm not sure what its limitations are, but I hope I can use it for the purpose of wanting to use it. Because if I can, I'll definitely be getting one of my unlocks that's taking me the longest to do more than any other unlock. It's going to be even worse when I have to do those, because the two characters that were introduced here and that were introduced back here from Anti-Birth were Jacob and Esau, and they are some of my least favorite characters in the game to play with because of the fact that they are two characters who play at once. Literally, like, one of the most annoying things. Like, playing as two characters is okay. When did we get a 7 Seals effect? Huh? I'm confused. I don't have, well, I don't think, what the hell? I don't think Buddy in the Box can do that. And I know for sure that I don't have Campy and Conception. I don't even think Campy and Conception can give me the 7 Seals effect for one room, even then, at all. I don't know what gave me the little Harbingers there, because the only way that I know how to get them is through the 7 Seals item. A quarter. Speaking of a quarter, I got an email a couple nights ago for Reddit, which, in case anyone's curious, I don't actually use Reddit all that much. I mean, I do get on there once in a while to probably look at Griffin's Saddlebag, but that's about it. But when it comes to Reddit use altogether, I don't have like a Reddit premium account, so I don't have like my own specific username and whatever. But I remember I saw a thing for r/Binding of Isaac where somebody had managed to get to a thing for 7 cents. You could buy buy a quarter. Like, that's a hell of a deal. You get a whole 18 cents back on your investment. An 18 cents profit. Would it be 18? Yeah, 7 and 8's 15, then you have to carry the 1, make it 25. Let me just be safe here. Yeah, because of 8, if you have Blessed Penny, 7 coins, and 7 to 18, if you take 2 from that to make the 8, then make the 18 and 20, you'd have 5 left over. Yeah, I was right. So Dad's note. This is an important story item that actually begins the way of ascent. So Mausoleum 2. So essentially we have to start doing the game backwards to a certain point. I'm actually not sure what happens if you re-roll Dad's note, but we're also not going to find out from me either. I don't think anything would happen, though. I don't think the game would actually allow you to re-roll the thing, as for the fact you'd be stuck here forever. I didn't go to this one's item room yet. So it's either Robo Baby or this one. We'll take Bus Bed. Only because I don't like Robo Baby 2.0. I could have just re-rolled them because I have the D6. I'm just not used to having D6. We already been to this one's item room. Yeah, this was nothing. We already took the item. I can't remember what it was though. I saw that Tinted Rock there. Oh yeah. Or Macho Man, like, oh yeah. We could destroy some of these skulls and get Dry Baby and re-roll it, because Dry Baby is... Well, Dry Baby's okay. I'm just gonna keep spawning hosts. No thanks. Oh! Shit. So we lost our Yuck Heart, which, when you clear a room with having a Yuck Heart, it gives you some flies. Let's continue Ascension. So yeah, this run's actually going on a little bit longer than I anticipated it to go. But even then, I wasn't anticipating all the crap that it gave us either. So guaranteed I'm probably going to go back and maybe do a little bit of editing for this if I decide to put it on YouTube. Or if I even decide to edit it at all. Because I kind of want to put the raw stream online. But I'm definitely going to be going back and taking this seed and throwing it on Twitter. Which, in case anyone is wanting to follow me on Twitter, it is at Beagle33280tube. Which, in case anyone wants to, pronounce it, it's either 3280 or 3280. It's completely up to you how you want to pronounce it. 2 quarters, or 2 nickels. Quarters. Well, I don't know what I was doing there. I guess I kind of just thought they were still enemies. It's a natural habit, or it's a habit of mine to just keep firing. Kill that guy. It's butt penny. I don't like that trinket. Well, I mean, it's not as much I don't like it. It's just that it's not going to be any more helpful than cancer. Because all butt penny does is when you pick up a coin, you fart. And if anything is around you when you fart, you can poison them. Which is nice. Oh my god, what kind of a bomb fly is that? And there's the weird fly next to it. Not judging these flies by any means either, but it's just they look really funky to me. But as long as you guys aren't harming me, then you guys are cool. To the next floor. Caves 1. So we're going back to the beginning of the game. I think next is to the basement or cellar. Oh. Nope. I gotta be cautious of these guys. There we go. I've already visited all these item rooms. I just like to go back just in case there might have been the one that I did miss. Oh, that's what that bomb fly was. I think it was the bomb fly that did that. Got a line for explosion. We're gonna start letting our leech do a couple of kills because we need health. I guess I'll kill him. So another thing is, I don't know if Leech can die or not, because I remember I did a run once. It might have been for like a rebirth. Might have been like either a glitch or could have actually been a real like rebirth feature. But I remember my Leech ended up dying on the run, but I still won. It's just my Leech died, which was weird because I've never known of it to have, actually died. Being able to die, I mean, because it's a familiar. I think we are almost at the end of the run. We got one more floor after this one, and then we have to do a couple of things. But we'll be moving on to Yoku's here in a minute. So some vagina stomach creatures. Okay, well, it's not really, well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I was not going to blow up that judgment, honestly. I've already been inside this item room, but we'll go look. Yep. And then here's where we got our D6. Sorry, that was actually the chair there that popped. Trying to adjust myself here so I can get a bit more comfortable. Oh, shoot. 2 lucky pennies in that room. Maybe it was 3, but either way, that's a pretty nice luck upgrade, which means that we're going to be firing our parasitoid tears more often. So we have to face Dingle, another poop boss. So So yeah, how he dashes as he farts, which is like funny. It's kind of funny. I mean, said a lot of poop jokes. The occasional poop joke is good, but if it's overdone, it's not really worth listening to anymore. Or it's not funny when it's been overdone, or something. I guess you guys know the point. I was driving out there, but the way we have this weird hand guy that flies around. I believe he's a tainted version of the hand guy, or the jumping guys with the bodies, like just the bodies that jump around. Binky. I'll always take Binky. So that's a golden bomb, so now we have infinite bombs for this floor, but it doesn't matter because we're on the final floor. So here we are at the Magdalene wig, and he's being laughed at because he wants to be different. I don't think anything happens with those carpets there. Let's go in this room. Just a penny. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it might have been his dad being crossed out of those pics. I just not noticed that. So let's nap in mom's bed. And we have a dream about watching TV with mom. And yeah, that's reroll. We'll pick it up. Put it back. Reroll. Sure. Yes, mother transformation. If we had a cracked key, we can get to an area in here, or we have the red key, but I don't have either one of them. I've already got Tainted Bethany. But for those of you who don't have it, you want to take the red key, get out of that chest normally to there. Alright. Bethany versus Dogma. So the only thing I'm going to regret is having to come back here with the Lost and do all this. Because for those who don't know, the Lost is a character who was introduced in Rebirth. We lost an unlosable run. And that's what you get when you watch a Bagel through 280 stream. Alrighty, I'm going to go set up Yaku's. So I'll be a minute. The wonderful artwork you guys are seeing on the screen right there is by Power Fairy on Twitter. If you get a moment, go actually give her a follow on Twitter because she deserves all the love that you can possibly give. Alright, record. Transform. Fit the screen. Okay. So we are at the second game of the stream, which you guys probably didn't think I was going to do a second game because of how long we took on Isaac. Go back to this. All right. Let's see how. Doesn't look like there's any kind of controls, so let's just begin the game. So like I said, I got this through Amazon Prime Gaming, so I'm still betting it's probably pretty good. I'm not gonna, just shit all over it until I can, say it's actually, really bad. But I gotta say, though, this does actually look really nice. I am actually a very big fan of, most things when it comes to artwork, especially artwork. I mean, I'm a really big fan of how things look pretty because of how much effort and talent is put into this and how much talent, these people had to be able to provide this kind of thing. Is that a pterodactyl? Pusterdactyl. You're the new postmaster they sent to relieve me, eh? Glad you showed up. Something big is going down around here, and I don't feel like sticking around. Before I leave, I've got your first assignment right here. My old postal badge. Delivered to Nim the translator in the village. The Island Express is your duty now, so make sure that you deliver the badge to Nim or you'll be in trouble. That's it for me. Farewell. Good luck and take good care of this Island Express. So I'm actually going to see if there's anything in the beginning that's hiding anything. Any secrets? Hey, there is. I'm just pressing random buttons right now. But there is probably something we have to come back and get there. But I like when games do hide stuff in the beginning of the game. That we can like come back and be like, hey, I did miss this. So this. We got the old postmaster's badge. We're supposed to give it to Nim the translator. And he's all the way over there. So let's just keep moving. In a way, actually, this kind of reminds me of Rayman Legends. Or like Rayman in general. We need 30 fruit. Where do you think you're going, Postmaster? This is my pond. If you want to cross, you're going to have to pay the toll. See what grows on the high cliffs above? Juicy cove mushrooms. My mouth waters just thinking about them. Anyway, you get me a big one and I'll let you cross the pond. So we have to get up there. Okay. Let's pay this toll here. Run back, grab all these. Oh, I screwed up. That's okay. God, this game's actually really fun. I'm actually really honestly having a fun time playing this. And that's something I can't really say about a lot of games. Well, I mean, most games I can actually, you know, withstand, I think, are kind of fun. Okay. Trying to get everything for this spot here, because I like to try to complete everything, but I'm gonna have to go change the game on let's actually go back because I want to get this. I'm gonna have to go change the game for the stream so people don't think I'm still playing Repentance and I'd be, you know, falsely advertising Repentance gameplay. So un moment. Yoku's Island Express. That's what it's called. Update. Alright, there we go. Let's refresh this. Alright, back at Yoku. Sad, I'm not sure how long we're going to go, but if I can, you know, muster up the courage to do it, we're going to go till probably 1 o'clock. So let's actually just try this one more time. Go and get everything in there. Now let's just go down here. Boing. So it's kind of like a pinball-esque game, which is really cool because I actually really like pinball. Like my favorite pinball definitely being the Pokemon pinball series. Only because Pokemon pinball is like an underrated treasure that I think Nintendo should be remastering before the main series games. Like, I'm only saying that for the fact that, like, before we get another, like, main series game, either remaster or spin-off, I think we should just get a Pokemon Pinball remake or a brand new Pokemon Pinball game, because we haven't had a Pokemon Pinball since Ruby Sapphire. And I think that with the Pokemon we have, I waste all that time doing that just to, you know, screw it up. I think the Pokemon that we have now would make a really fun Pokemon Pinball. Like, for real. I mean, if there's ever a fan project out there that does release for, like, and maybe a Pokemon Pinball with Pokemon nowadays, I would actually go out of my way to either, you know, support it to help get it made, or even just play it on stream, because I really, really want to play Pokemon Pinball again. I'm not saying, you know, put it on stream so I can, you know, publicize it, because I don't want to take credit for any kind of, like, publication kind of thing, because it, to me, publicity isn't my sort of style. But, I mean, if I'm offered to, you know, do it and they ask me to play it on stream, I'll play it on stream. But, you know, just to do it for the sake of me, you know, becoming more well-known and popular, that ain't my style. I don't like being some big, you know, well-known person, I guess. I don't know. I'm really, really weird when it comes to that sort of thing. Like, you know, being well-known is nice, but, you know, doing things for the sake of, for my own sake is something I don't really like to do. Here I go being really complicated with my, you know, talks again. Ignore me, I'm not very smart. Let's go over here. What happens if I shoot other way? Yeah, if I press the other button. Is it just defaultly up there? Yep. Okay, it's just defaultly up here. So I have to find the path that takes me over there. Which might have been this path here. Yeah. Dumbass. Let's use a telescope here. Oh, another pinball puzzle. That's fun. So let's fall in here real quick and do this puzzle. Or play this pinball round. Whatever you prefer. Whee! There we go. Break that one. All the fruit. Grab that. I said grab that. I said grab that. There we go. Hit it over. Okay, I gotta time it just right. So hit it over. Boom. What the? God dang it! There we go. Okay. Okay, let's head back. This way. Z. 30 fruit. Let's open this chest here. It's a party favor. Noisemaker. It's not a post horn, but it'll do. Press A to blow horn for attention. That's awesome. I like to come up here looking for mushrooms. This is a great place to pick fungi, but if you got to be careful, poisonous toadstools like to grow near the cove mushrooms. A single bite enough to put someone's lights out for days. If you still want to grab some shrooms, I recommend the cliff of the east side. That's where the juiciest grow. So I don't know how to get a hold of that frozen fruit there. We got this down here. Smack. No! Okay, thankfully I was able to get back. Roll past the cat. All this fruit here brings you back to this part. I know it looks like I'm doing a lot of repetitiveness, but honestly, it's not my fault. Because I didn't practice this game before starting it up. I figured it'd be a lot more fun having a blind experience. Actually, it is my fault then. But let's head over here. What the hell? There we go. Let's keep going this way. That's a save point. I'd like to get past there, please. Oh, that's how you do it. I didn't think we still had the party favor. Or the noisemaker. Whatever it's called. Let's pay this toll here. There's the mushroom. I'm not sure what's down there, but we're going to try to avoid that as much as we possibly can. Apparently I'm overshooting it. There we go. Juicy cove mushroom, what a treat. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot up. Okay, never mind. What we're going to do is we're going to do it this way. Hell yeah. Then roll back down this way. Ooh. Pay the toll here. This is so much fun. Ooh, wow. Giant bananas. A bridge. Come back here. Here you go. What is that delicious scent? Is that a cove mushroom I smell? Go on, hand it over and I'll let you pass. Let's give me the mushroom. Delicious. You're not. You're not a bad sort beetle. Go ahead and cross my pond and I won't stop you anymore. Map updated. Feed the eel. Alright. Pay the toll to unlock this. Got a wickerling. Good fortune is bound to come when whoever collects a lot of them. So there might have been a couple of wickerlings I've missed, but if I do decide to keep playing more of this game, I will go back and try to do 100% this game on a different stream in the future. Just don't count on me doing it right away because, like I said, I have a lot of other things I have to worry about. Maybe even get a couple people in and join me on a stream sometime in the future. So that's a save point. Some fruit. Wee. Alright, land in front of the door. Get it unlocked. Boom. Save point. There's a chest here. A wallet upgrade. I carry 150 fruit. There's a wickerling right there. Beeline. So there's an issue there. I'm stuck. I don't know how to get past this point because literally nothing else does anything. I'm literally pressing every button I possibly can. And I can't dive underwater, so let's just go back a little bit. Maybe we can find something that can help us with that point. Or we can go back to it and see if we can do anything now. Or go this way. Hey beetle, give us a hand. Sootlings are crowding our nest. Please get rid of them and we'll give you something good. I'm not sure what that was, but I think we took damage. Yeah, we are going to try to avoid doing that anymore. Because I think that damaged us somehow. There we go. Got the door. Well, almost. There we go. Oh, there's an... I'm gonna kick your ass. There we go, we got the door finally. Dang it, quit doing that. Here we go, got rid of these guys for them. Yoku's Island Express. Woo! Right back here. Let's go talk to those rabbits first. Because we did do that favor just for them anyway, so. Way to go. Thanks for getting rid of those suitlings. There's someone else's problem now. Fruit. What's this guy want? Alright, he wants a favor. What you want? There we go. Ugh, finally I've been stuck in that smelly old pot for way too long. Name's Kickback. I'm new to these parts and I figure you letting me out. Very you for letting me out, so I'll tell you what. I'll block those thorns for you and help you get up to the tower. That's the only way to go if you want to reach the village. Well, thanks, Kickback. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's grab this. So I think if we fall, we can just go over there and get back up to the top. Hey, made a pretty good team. I think I might just stick around a little bit longer and help out. Kickback joined up. Kickback will now randomly appear in bubbles and block thorny pits. Heck yeah. So let's pay the 30 fruit toll. And require 80 fruit. Let's do this puzzle. Two. There's 3. We do have knockback down there just in case. And we still get hit. It's okay, it's not like we majorly got set back anyway. God damn it, come on. There we go. Okay, apparently I didn't hit. There we go. Okay. Now all I gotta do is get up there. There we go. That wasn't so bad. There's another witherling up there. We can probably get a herd of. Boom. Boom. By the way, I wasn't saying that, you know, to make fun of anybody. The way I said that, I just say that a lot of times out of random. Hey, watch it, you're in my space. Juicery belongs to the Skull Gang. We produce the purest cocoa juice and mokumana. Juicing is hard work. Nothing for scrubs. So stay back and before you hurt yourself. Bitch. I'm Yoku. I cannot hurt myself. Okay. We are good. We are good. We are good. We're just fine. I don't know what that was about, so please don't at me. Come on. There we go. I was pressing the wrong trigger button. Whee! Alright. Shoot up here. Oh man, this is so much fun! Hit the fruit button. There we go. I'm really bad at timing. A 30 fruit. And this chest is a wallet upgrade. Oop. 200 fruit. Like, hell yeah. No! Boing. Alright, let's go get this witherling right here. I said, let's get this witherling right here. Oh, you said, let's get this witherling right here. You know what? Forget it. We'll come back and get him. This requires 10 witherlings. So we'll eventually come back and do a full live stream of this and 100% it. What's this? You've got a postal badge? Then you must be the new postmaster. I'm Nim, the translator. It is my duty to guide the people of Mokomana Island. I'll shake your hand. I'd shake your hand, but I'm a bit tied up at the moment. I'm very good you showed up. Now, Mokuma was attacked by a godslayer. The godslayer. The Mokuma is the lifeblood of our island. And if we lose Mokuma, everything will fall apart. In the attacks this morning, Mokuma was branded with the mark of the Godslayer. It all happened so fast it was just a blur of yellow teeth and fangs. And the brand pulsates with something wicked and appears to be draining the strength from the old one. I know you haven't had time to get your bearings, but this is urgent. I'm sending you out straight away. Hang on to the postal badge. You'll need it now. Handling official island business. These letters must be delivered to the 3 chiefs of Mokomana. Making them accept the summons might take some work, but the task is very important. We will need all of their power to undo the wicked seal to save Mokuma. The chiefs live all across the island, and you should start with Spina at Damaro Hill. And you will get there by crossing the Great Waterfall. Oh, cool. So this is from Morrow Hill. Ivory Peaks. What's this one? The Underdark? Yeah. Saul and Underdark. Okay. Requires 30 fruit. We'll just grab it. Squawk! Welcome to the new office. Squawk! I have one new message. Would you like to hear it? Yes. Are you recording? Okay. This is Poster Dactyl speaking, and you are not listening to this. If you're listening, this must be the new postmaster. Congratulations on your new job on the Island Express. The office is a bit messy, but nothing personal. Just lost my passion on this job, for this job, you know. So the gig is pretty easy. I left you with a mail bag with the parrot. If you come to any empty mailboxes, just cram a couple letters into them and make sure the mail always gets through. And all that, okay? Great. So that's it. Make sure that you take care of Old Express for me. Now, how do I turn this thing off? Squawk. End of message. There's the mailbag. Press A to stuff letters into empty mailboxes. So let's clean up around here. Get a witherling. cram some letters in there. Well, how one letter was like 30 of them. Searching for answers at the Great Falls. Willow. Okay. Wow, we've already been streaming for almost 2 hours. I'm starting to lose my voice, but I'll keep going. We only got maybe a couple minutes, or 57 minutes before I technically have to quit. So it'll depend on how I'm feeling before then. Your ball is terribly out of style. I'd offer you some help, but Mokuma is upset and haven't been able to get out and get refills for my sprinklers. If you come by any sprinkled baubles, please bring them to me and I'll try to improve your somber looking ball. The ivory look you just got, while a classic, is much too basic. Don't forget to bring me any sprinkled baubles you come across. Okay, so that's actually how we get our power-ups probably then. Which is kind of cool to me. This game is just cool to me. I'm sorry if I'm annoying you guys with that. This requires 80 fruit. Oh yeah, all that fruit. I'm gonna just waste fruit here, because there's always ways to get more. Oh, what's this thing like? Hey there, sorry to say, but there ain't no way you're getting across Morrow Hill. Boulders blocking the path, and the slug gardener usually fixes stuff like this. Someone ought to fetch the slug gardener, which is all the way at the bottom. We have a path. Let's stuff some letters in here. Woohoo! Free fruit. Actually, free fruit is a cheat code for Diddy Kong Racing on the N64 that gives you 10 bananas at the beginning of every race. You can send 10 bananas is a lot like the 10 coins in Mario Kart. You get a speed boost. It's minor, but it's still a speed boost. Okay then. Or alrighty then. Alrighty then. There we go. Knock this over so we have access back to here. Telescope. It's a pretty big looking area. Oh, this guy. The slugs are unstable while in heat. A single nudge and then kaboom! I'm the slug gardener. Good to meet you, Beetle. The slugs are turning into a real problem. I'd fix it myself, but all the slug control tools are in my shed. They're all over. It's all over the meadow, but the weather is overflowing with slugs. If you're looking to get into the slug handling business, you're free to borrow my tools. Just make sure that you pop a slug or two on your way over to the meadow. All the way over there. When he called me Beetle, by the way, all I could internally think about was Zelda. Thank you! Or something like that. Man. It's been quite a little bit since I've seen played Zelda games in general. I think the last the last Zelda game I actually played in a hot minute was Breath of the Wild. I do know that there is one Zelda game I'd like to play on stream sometime if I can find an emulator for it. Only because the way of recording this game is like impossible anymore, to my knowledge. Which is Link Between Worlds on 3DS, because I love that game so much. Like, I remember I talked a lot about Link Between Worlds back in the old days, and when my channel was still kind of popping and going, you know. We have the thing there. Did we finally take enough damage to kill us? Oh, it's a secret cave. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was because I took damage or if it's because I found some secrets or something or what it was. But yeah, I'd like to, play Link Between Worlds on stream sometime because Link Between Worlds is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. Mostly for the fact of, like, it's kind of just like it's mostly just a retouched or remastered version of Link to the Past, which in of itself was also a very amazing Zelda game. But to just, I mean, like I said, I gotta figure out how to, if it even has an emulator for 3DS out there, because recording on 3DS is not possible anymore, I don't think. I think I remember hearing somewhere that the way that you could put capture devices in 3DSs is no longer available. And even then, I am very cautious about putting a capture device on my 3DS. Only because I don't trust myself. I mean, I'm afraid of, hurting my system in some way after I've gotten it put on and stuff. It's kind of weird to explain, I know, but it's more of just a self-trust sort of thing as it is opposed to, trusting somebody else to put it on there properly, because I'm sure that the person who did them at that point, at some point when they were available, was trusty, but it's more just a personal trust as opposed to like asking somebody else trust, which even then I have a really hard time trusting people. But even then, that's kind of just a given thing for human nature, where you don't have a genuine amount of trust for just everybody right off the bat. That's what I would assume, at least. I'm pretty sure most people probably wouldn't, just immediately trust the first person who they come across. Like, just some average Joe, like, oh yeah, I give you my full trust. And then, you end up getting fucked in the end. It's happened to me. Well, it wasn't an average Joe, it's just somebody I used to know. Not making a reference to the song or anything, but it was some people I used to know, used to talk to a lot. They borrowed my Xbox, and the only games I had on my Xbox at the time were Tony Hawk Project 8 and something else, but the other game didn't work, at least not very well. And when I got my Xbox back, my controllers were gone. One of my controllers were gone, and I didn't get Tony Hawk Project 8 back, so I pretty much had to go and buy a brand new Xbox game. Well, not brand new, because the Xbox was way outdated by that time. Like, the original Xbox was way outdated by that time. So I went and found Blitz the League, another one of my favorite games of all time. And if I could ever get a hold of a way to play that game again, I would definitely be playing that one a lot. My dad remembers that game too, because my dad was one that played it a lot more than I did. Granted, I also had school. Thankfully, I fucked up and I was able to get back. Uh, but yeah, my dad played it a lot more than I did, and Dad liked it just as much as I did. But Dad used to like football games a lot. This is before the football, stuff nowadays kind of just happened because football has become unwatchable. There's even that, and I wasn't even really a big fan of football myself anyway, because I always thought football was just kind of boring. I mean, I still had a favorite team because everybody had one. A slug vacuum. Okay. I think it's supposed to ram this into one of those boulders up there. Also, sorry, I'm a bit stuffed up. So here in a little bit, I'm probably going to be shutting off the stream. But I've honestly had a blast playing on stream. Even though that Bethany run could have won if I didn't, frick everything up. I just have a knack for being able to do that, I think. But, yeah, from what we played of Yoku's or whatever, yeah, I think it's Yoku. From what we played of Yoku's Island Adventure, I honestly love this game. Mostly because of the fact it's like a pinball sort of game. Which even then, I think I might sometime in the future, if I can, find emulators for some games, I might do a couple of pinball games. Like, I think Super Metroid has a pinball, or Metroid itself has a pinball. I want to say it does, but I'm afraid of being wrong, because I'm pretty sure Metroid has a pinball. And the reason why I know that... Okay, so that's what the spikes do. I'm pretty sure Metroid has a pinball, because I remember in Chugga Conroy's video for Partners in Time, he talked about the DS Rumble Pack, one of the most obscure pieces of DS history that exists. Or one of the most obscure pieces of DS hardware that exist. I'm just trying to suck. There we go. I got the suck. Damn it. I lost. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Metroid had a pinball game because the DS Rumble Pack has compatibility with Metroid Pinball. So I might just look into getting a hold of a DS emulator and playing some Metroid Pinball some night. There is that, and what makes me really nostalgic when it comes to pinball was playing that old pinball game on the computer. See, because growing up, I had grown up around the time with the shitty computers, not the DOS computers, but like the shitty Windows computers, like really early Windows, where every computer came pre-installed with Solitaire, and they had that Galaxy Pinball game, whatever it's called, but it was like the 3D Space Pinball, that's what it's called. I played a lot of that, which reminded me of my days back in school, middle school. So the thing is that back in middle school, it's when they started introducing the ability to have let students have technology as far as the computer goes, because they wanted us to start doing homework on computers, which was already their first mistake. It was giving us computers. But so we used to have these really, really crappy laptops. that were called netbooks. And the netbook had access. Well, when we first got it, I think it was when Windows 7 was one of the most popular Windows homes or Windows operating systems that we had at the time. We used to have Windows 7 running on it. Well, one day I had left my computer in my next class and went to lunch because they didn't want you bringing your computer when you go to lunch, as it's a high risk to get damaged. Well, I had come back and the screen had literally imploded on itself. Like, I didn't break it, and because obviously it was in the classroom, which the teacher did vouch for me. And I didn't have to pay for the computer's repair, which was nice. So somebody had literally like smashed that fucking computer screen in, and I was so upset because, like I said, the computer was broke, and I probably would have had to been responsible if I didn't have a teacher vouch for me. Which even then, my teacher was freaking awesome, and I really miss going to her class every day. And if I could go back to one teacher's class, I would definitely go back to her class because she was nice. Afraid of slug, but not Songbusters. We're the bastion between slug and civilization. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking to head up to the village, I recommend keeping left past the great ape on the tower. But anyways, I had went and got a replacement computer which ran on Windows 7, which was nice because, you know, Windows 7 was one of the greatest operating systems we had for a while until Windows 10, which even then Windows 10 has a tendency to want to piss me off a lot. But I ran off of Windows 10. Well, what happened was that when I got my netbook, when I got my original netbook back, it was on Windows XP, or I think it was either XP or Vista, the one that has Beatles. Good guy, man. I'd with you. A bigger wallet and carry even more. Here's for 100 fruits. 250 fruit I can carry now. But I got it back, and it was either Windows XP or Windows Vista. I can't remember which one carried the 3D Space Pinball game. But anyways, my computer was on the shitty, older Windows. And it had been like maybe 2 weeks since I had gotten this that the computer labs had called back everyone's laptop and decided to give everybody this Windows version, and everybody hated it solely for the fact that you couldn't do a lot on it. But we did have pinball, which everybody was playing the heck out of pinball at that time. The 3D pinball game. Or they could also be playing solitaire. Most of us played pinball. And there was even a thing that we discovered that there was actually a cheat code that you could put into the pinball game, and you could actually use your cursor to control the ball around the map, which I had not known that had existed till my friends had told me, and I'm like, are you sure that's real? Because I've never heard of that before. And there's also that, how playground rumors go, unlocking Luigi in Super Mario 64 and all that, which we didn't have any of that because all my friends were like, PlayStation's the better console, and I'm like, sticking to Nintendo. They're like, well, if you had an Xbox, you'd definitely have a life, and you'd have a girlfriend, and all that. In all actuality, it's just more of a console preference than it is anything. Because I used to like listening on that kind of thing back in my more younger, dumber days. And I had actually eventually get a hold of a PS3 and an Xbox in my later years. And I had actually figured out what I had missed out on through the years of PlayStation 3 and then throughout the years of Xbox. Like, I had an original Xbox. I just never had an Xbox 360. Because everybody said the 360 was the one that was, the one that does everything. So, I was studying when someone dumped a trunk down the falls. When it washed up, there was something left inside it. But a sun bunny made off with it before I had a chance to check it out. A sun bunny. Sun bunny once told me. Alright, that's as far as that Smash Mouth reference is gonna go. Let me go under here. Let me through. Anyways, yeah, that was one of the big things, is everybody played that pinball game. And I had figured out that there actually did exist cheat codes for that game, because eventually I did look up online. Because like I said before, when you hear a playground rumor, you kind of have to, double check everything twice, because you never know what's real and what's not. And it turned out that this was actually 100% real. And I had, because I had found an online source that showed that this did exist, and then I went on and tried it out for myself, and I was like, holy crap, this does work. We need more fruit. That's one way to do it. Just fall straight down and grab all that fruit up there. Oop. Boing. Slug vacuum. Okay, so we can use the slug vacuum once we get all the fruit here. We need 4 fruit. Damn you. I was almost there. I'd like to get to that chest right over here. Okay. Two fruit. All I need is 2 fruit. Let me move up here. I have a feeling maybe I missed something up here. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Oh wait, I did miss something up here. Deliver some letters here. And now we can get to the area we need to go to. Alright, let's see if I can... Nope. Let's see if I can time it right and I can get up there for it. So I'm probably gonna be in this about maybe 4 minutes because it's almost 1:30. My back is starting to hurt. But yeah, like, thank you to whoever popped by, maybe for even like a second, or stayed throughout the entirety of the thing, or for most of it. You're very greatly appreciated for showing up at all, as I didn't think anybody was going to be joining. So let's go unlock this. Oopsie. Alright, Oh. Slug vacuum. Boom. Boom. Bop. Yeah, that's how we do it. Morrow Hill. Fruit. Boing. Hello, lady. Or man. Can be. This was a hop on the point to the beeline. It was supposed to be the fastest way to get around the island, but sadly it's not activated. Might be a way to activate it over the hideout. That's where you get the skull gangers let you in. They're notoriously private. Personally, I can't stand dealing with them. They give me the creeps. Sound like some nice people. Boing. Skull Gang's hideout. Stay out. That sign's not going to stop me because I can't read. So yeah, we might be able to do Skull Gang's hideout, and if we don't, we'll do it next time we come online. Hey, look at this, a beetle with a mailbag. This is the head of the Skull Gang. You lost or something? Message for Spina. Whatever. A package, huh? Well, that's too bad, because Spina's our boss to give us orders not to let anyone in today. So nothing personal, but I've got to dump you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright, knock this thing over. There's a chest over there. Yeah, I'll just do the long way around. Let's drop down. Okay, so I'm going to be shutting it off here in just a moment. All them fruits. Go down there. Nope. No, turn around. Okay. Let's grab all these and then find a save point and then call it a night. That's my thing, is I want to find a save point before I officially sign off, because I'll lose my progress. Talk to this person. Jojo, I don't know how you got in, but you better tell me why you're sneaking around the Stone King turf. Huh? Package for Spina. Didn't you say it sooner? Spina's our boss. But you're out of luck, as the pools in Marrow Hill have begun boiling. The boss went down to the boiling underbelly to fix it there before we all ended up cooking properly. The boss told us to wait for orders, but we haven't heard anything since, so tell you what. I think you've got the guts for it. Why don't you head after Spina in the boiling underbelly? It's a win-win, see? You get to deliver your letter, and at the same time, you can give the boss a hand. Here, I'll give you the key. If you get out of the gate to underbelly below our hideout, you can't miss it. Thank you. Alright, tell me where the boiling underbelly is, which I already knew where it was, because we walked past it earlier. Because we couldn't do anything with it. Unfortunately, that's the save point. Alrighty. Well, as I said before, I want to thank all of you who had shown up. Maybe all those who are watching this if it gets uploaded to YouTube. And maybe I'll see you guys next weekend sometime. Thanks.